Good morning, everyone. This is class number 8 on November 25th. And you might have seen that the Moodle was changing a lot just this morning. There were a lot of reasons for that. Basically, I have to help you get ready for your upcoming TOEIC test. Please don't blame me for this. This was not my idea. I did not want to give you an in-class TOEIC test. This is something that the university wants you to do. So the in-class TOEIC test will be on December 16th, okay? So please write that down in your calendars. Put that in your Google Calendar, December 16th. In this class, in my class, during class time, we will have an in-class TOEIC test for about 60 minutes. This is an assignment, so there's something that you have to give me here, but I'll get onto that really quickly. First, let me give you the main details of this, okay? This will be on Zoom, so please make sure on December 16th that you have good Wi-Fi, that you have a good connection to the internet, because if you have a problem during the TOEIC test, it will be a problem for both me and you. Make sure that you're sitting next to your router. If you can use a LAN cable, I really suggest you use a LAN cable. And number two, well, actually, number two, make sure that your computer is plugged in, that you're not using the battery on your notebook, or that you're not using a computer that has very low battery power. So make sure that your computer is plugged in. And I do not, and this is number 3, I do not suggest that you try to do this on your phone. The main reason is that you have to be using Zoom at the same time that you're using the computer. Okay, so I have to be able to see you. The university says that you have to be on Zoom at the same time that you're taking this TOEIC test. Okay, now we're going to go inside this assignment so that I can show you more of what this is. But if you click on the title of the assignment, okay, you'll see the same description, but you'll also see a couple of files here that I want to describe to you. Okay, so as you read this, all right, this is some stuff that is very important. You're going to get your login information in your QTech email. So please make sure that you check your QTech email for the login information for your test in December, for the TOEIC test in December. Please make sure. Do that, okay, before December 16th. I would do that even today, and make sure that you have that login information, okay? Few more things. At the end of the test, you have to click the button, Finish Test. If you do not click that Finish Test button, you're going to have a few problems. Now, those are the 2 most important things. Well, actually, there are more important things, but all of this information is inside these documents. Number 1 is about how to basically do the test. And then there's an online test Q&A, and I'm just about to show them to you right here. In preview. So let me show you these here. I have to click here and here. So let's start with these 2. Okay, so there are 2 documents here, okay? And one of them, this one here with all of the blue letters, the one that's scrolling right now, this is the Shiori. This is the one that's giving you the basic information on how to do all of this. Please read this. Say that one more time. Please read this. If there is something you do not understand and you have to talk to me during the test, that's going to take time away from your test. Please read this before the test. Okay. Now, the most important thing that I found in this, most of this you can probably understand, and it's not going to take you a lot to understand, but here's the most important thing. Okay. If you're using a Macintosh, okay, you cannot use the Safari browser. You must install Chrome. Okay, so you have to go to Chrome and you have to download Chrome, and you have to make sure that you're not using the Safari browser. Go to Google and download the Chrome browser. Make sure that the Chrome browser is working for all of this. Okay, make sure that you read all of this so that you understand what you have to do. There's a lot of information here. Okay, so please make sure that you go through all of this. All right. Now, the second part is, if you have a question. Most of your questions are already on here. For example, I just told you, okay, what if I have a Macintosh? Well, you cannot use anything but Google Chrome. Oops, sorry, you cannot use anything but Google Chrome. So please go here, okay, to HTTPS here, Google. You can actually click this URL. That's a clickable URL, and then you'll end up going to, oops, where did it go? You'll end up going to the Google Chrome browser. So both of those documents that I just showed you, okay, this one and this one, please read them. It is for you. And if there's something that you don't understand, we still have time next week for you to send me an email or to ask me a question in this class to make sure that you understand what's going on. Okay. Now, after the, okay, I'm sorry, I'm skipping a little bit. You have to make sure also that your Zoom is running. Do not turn off your camera. Make sure that I can see you. This is something that is a rule by the university. So you have to do this on Zoom. Then when you get to the end of the test, you're going to get a finish test button. Please make sure that you push that button. Okay. If you do not push that button and you just close the window, your test will disappear. You will not have any record of taking that test. You must push this finish test button. Then immediately after the test, you're going to get your score results, but only by December 29th are you going to get your TOEIC results sheet. Now, when you get your TOEIC results sheet in December 29th, you have to send that to the university via email, not me. Okay, you have to send that to the university via email, and that also is in the information sheet. What you have to send to me, okay, is a PDF copy of that score sheet to this assignment. Okay, so this is what okay, let me change this over to Japanese here. And I'll put this up as a student. So what you have to send to me when you do your submission is something that looks like this. This is what you're going to get when you get your TOEIC score results, okay? You're going to get something like this in the mail after December 29th or afterwards. This is what you have to give me as a PDF in the assignment that I was just showing you, okay? So you have to send this back to me over, where is it here? Where's Safari? There it is. Okay, you have to send this back to me here. And then you have to send that PDF also via email to the university. I know that's really complicated, and that's why I don't really like the whole idea of what's happening here, but we have time, okay, next week for any of your questions. But you have time to ask me questions only around next week, because this is what we have to start doing on December 16th. So please read these documents, both of them, before December 16th comes around. I hope that you read them before the deadline itself, before the next week, so that you have any questions, you can ask me what they are. Okay, let's go back to the main page. Sorry, I got to go back to my normal role. Okay. Oh, now what am I doing? Okay, hang on a second. Okay, now let's go to, good, okay, I am there. November 25th. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, so please remember, okay, read all of those documents, and if you have any questions, we're going to be able to talk about them next week. Now, I had planned to give you some exercises for your speaking before, but I thought to myself that maybe the best thing I can do today is give you a hand with maybe just some basic skills for your reading, because most of you probably have never taken a TOEIC score before, and reading is the most important part of this, because your score on the reading section of this exam will score as 25% for this class. So especially the reading part of this TOEIC, all of it is important, but for the reading score, it's 25% of this class. And you cannot receive a credit for this if you don't do the test, or you don't give me the PDF. And especially because it's 25%, even if you did really well in my class, you might get a bad grade for this class if you don't do well on your reading. So today we're going to do a little bit of reading exercises here, and you're going to be doing it with your partner. So it shouldn't be that hard, just to give you some idea about what's important when you're reading. You will still have your normal homework submissions, okay? And you still have a reflection exercises on the advanced fluency that we do. We're probably not going to be doing any of this today, but I still want you to think about it because, in my opinion, speaking is much more important at this point in your English study than your reading or even your TOEIC score. I have to tell you, I don't really like TOEIC tests. I don't think the idea of a big test like this is really the best way to study English, but this is something that your university wants you to do. So the best way that I can help you with it, okay, is today not doing fluency exercises. Today we'll do a little bit of reading in class. Okay, so I know that that's a lot to absorb. Do your best. If you see this on Moodle and you're watching this on YouTube, remember that the subtitles are there. They're available in both English and in Japanese. And please make sure that you read all the documents. And if you have any questions, make sure that you ask me any of those questions next week. Okay, and my email is always available here in the general class information. Thanks very much, everyone. Good luck with your test.